We are going live. We are going to be talking about questions. We're going to bring up questions from people. So this is going to be an interesting conversation. We've been doing this on a morning basis. And we're just waiting for it to start sending out. Hey, again, if you were just joining us, we're going live again. I was walking here, but I'm here. I've been using my extra time in the mornings to answer questions. And part of the reason is that we're getting thousands of DMs, and a lot of these times I can get these out of the way and help hundreds of people at the same time instead of everybody asking individual questions. So if you want to go live, I'm open to a live conversation. You have to tell me, I want to go live for this reason, so that I know what we're talking about or potentially talking about. Hi, thank you for taking the time. Yeah, I love this. This is actually what I love to do. So it's not, you have to thank me for this, just thank you for showing up. It's Lupita. Is that Lupita? Lupita. Hello from Holland. Good morning from Texas. Okay, put in where you're from. Yes, we've had some pretty good conversations. We had cancer surgery and fibroids for women, relationship between masturbation, OCD, anxiety. One question is, how is it possible to go into two details? Is it possible to go into details as you go into your videos? How is it? Okay, so basically masturbation, OCD, and anxiety. Yeah, they do have they tie together. Let me tell you why. Because sexual release, the way that we do it today is to release the primitive state of emotions that we're not able to get, and it's called fear and desire. So at the core of us, we're a primitive being. We have fear, and we have desire, and just like an animal, it's not love, it's desire, because animals either move towards you or move away from you, and nature does that by default. And the sexual release that we have, and OCD itself, is a buildup of anxiety, or it's a buildup of information that's moving in the body, and the body can't process it properly, so it starts to have issues in the mind processing. And it's always to do with the body, because with OCD, when we take the stress out of the body for 28 days, usually it abates. So masturbation, really super important. It's a way of getting out that sexual release by yourself, obviously. This is one topic that, what I can say is this, is that the reason why there's such a drive for that sexual release is because we're holding so many emotions and so much energy without expressing it. We can still have all of the benefits of the sexual experience, of the intimate experience, without having to have that hardcore, I have to do it, because that's actually what causes a lot of the problems and malfunctions in society. It's like, people go, I got a high sex drive, and I'm like, great. And if that sex drive is not satiated, eventually it becomes something where I go out and I do something that I don't want. This is a topic that I suggest that if you take and you reduce the stress every day for 28 days, do the fascial maneuvers, do the stress reset, the organ reset, just see how your OCD tendencies go. Your anxiety should go away or be very close to it or under control. And then ask me the question again. See if you're still having the same issues. Talk about hip pain. Okay. You want to go live talking about hip pain. Okay, that's hip pain is really generic. Is it like new hip pain? Can you give me one more? Is it new hip pain, old hip pain, something that's been bothering you for a while? Hip pain, because hip pain, honestly, if you go to our DM and we'll give you a lower reset, you should be able to get rid of hip pain within 2 to 4 weeks. Weight loss and fat loss. Okay, let's see here. I want to know about weight loss and fat loss. Are you asking to go live? No, weight loss and fat loss, we talk about. Constipation, let's do that. Constipation. I don't want you to get all stuck up or caught on this topic. Oh, you declined. Okay. You want to try it again? I'll try it one more time. We're going to go live to talk about constipation. Okay, and if it's not, oh, it declined again. Okay, well, it was quite, I have narcolepsy, neurological condition. Okay, I had narcolepsy too, okay? I do not believe it's a neurological condition. I no longer have narcolepsy. So I used to fall asleep everywhere. And when I was working, like in the clinic, if I sat down when I was in the clinic, I was working 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. I would fall asleep. If I stopped anywhere, I would fall asleep. But when I was younger, I had narcolepsy. I just fall asleep anywhere. And it caused me quite a few accidents in my life. I fell asleep doing things. So here is what I say about narcolepsy. It's the nervous system's overwhelmed. You're not getting REM sleep, usually to do with the organs and the fascial network. I find that when you reduce stress every day for 28 days, the 28-day reset, people who have narcolepsy have reported generally a 50 to 70% reduction in the first 28 days. And after a couple months, it just seems to go right away. So I recommend that you do the stress reset every day and the organ reset. I also recommend you do the organ reset right before you go to sleep, because if you're going to sleep, we've shown that the organ reset when we go to sleep, instead of taking 2 to 4 hours to go into REM sleep, we go into REM sleep in about 45 minutes. With the average person, it's about 3 hours. My daughter was being woken up 50 times a night, and she had her adenoids enlarged, and they were blocking, and she had them removed. And this is before I believed that we could do something about it. Now I believe we could do something even about adenoids. And all of a sudden, her voice changed. She was less moody. She literally became a young little woman right away, and she started sleeping more, and her narcolepsy went away too. Should I do the stress maneuvers every day? Yes, absolutely. Like, if you get up in the morning, you'll notice that when you get up in the morning, you've got to stretch, right? Your body's asking to move. And if you take and you get up in the morning and you got to stretch, you just walk downstairs. By the time you walk downstairs and walk around out to your car and do your stuff, you're already creating stress hormones because your body's restricted when you move. So I encourage you to just get up in the morning and do like an anti-gravity first thing. That's what I do. Really, really quick, get up there, do the anti-gravity, decompresses the spine, the major compression point when you go to sleep. Stratford, Ontario, Stratford, Ontario, welcome. Good afternoon, Cape Town. Yes, hey, hello from Mexico. I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease. Every now and then my lower back gets sharp pain. Okay, so if you have degenerative disc disease, it's because the bones, two things, the pH in the body is off, in my opinion, and the bones are getting too close together. It's compression. If you look at our programs, everybody gets taller after doing them. And the reason why they get taller is really simply because, I'm going to get out the sun here. Really simply is because the bones are not structured, first of all. None of the bones in the body touch except for the rib cage, the teeth, and the ears. So let's get off of that myth that the bones are structured. So like on the knee, the reason why the knee, the little muscle that crosses the knee ain't holding it up. That meniscus in between ain't holding it up. It's the fascia all around that determines whether the knee is like this or like this. So fascia is the issue. So you take care of your fascia through fascial maneuvers. You take some supplements for anti-inflammatory and for dehydration, and your degenerative disc issues tend to go away. That's what most people report. So I'll start off with you know what, at this point, if you're already getting the diagnosis, I just go right to the 28-day reset, wouldn't mess around. How do you control nervousness or fear? Okay, nervousness or fear. Okay, so basically nervousness or anxiousness and fear, that's excitement, and confidence is the other side of those two emotions. Our perception tells us which one. If our body's in stress, when that hormone hits my body, like the hormone for anxiety is the same set of hormones for excitement. The hormones that you get for fear is the same ones for confidence. Your perception tells you which one it is. But if you have no reason to be anxious or fearful, it's because your nervous system has been so often programmed into the opposite side that it becomes a habit. And number one is to get your body out of stress every day. Do that for 28 days. That goes away. Every time. I've never seen it change. I've always seen it change. I've never seen it fail. I've healed my hip pain by removing dairy and gluten. Oh, good. So if you have hip pain with dairy and gluten, I'm going to ask you to start doing some of the fascial maneuvers, even by removing dairy and gluten. You should be, I don't eat dairy and I don't eat gluten, but you should be able to process dairy and gluten without having an issue in your body. I'm not saying that I don't recommend doing it. I'm saying I can do it now and I couldn't all my life. Get the body out of stress, get the fascial layers moving properly, because that issue will tend to come back later in your life. So, so do the fascial maneuvers, get the stress out, Get the fascia hydrated. That's usually the issue with a problem. If you have a food allergy causing a pain in your body and movement, it's usually because of hydration and inflammation. Repeat which reset to do for sexual assault. Okay, sexual assault. I would do the 28-day reset. There's not a single thing that you can do, and there's more to it. It's a very complex situation. Sexual assault isn't something that happens one time in your life. Sexual assault is something that happens through a series of incidences around that over time, typically. And every time that I've interviewed somebody, I would do the 28-day reset. But for right now, do the stress reset and the organ reset 2 times per day minimum. They're in the link in the bio. Please do the 28-day reset. I'm experiencing significant pain in my tailbone. I believe this may be responsible. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I'll do that. We're going to do tailbone pain live. Okay, and this is Deb, the rookie. Okay, what are you a rookie of, Deb? That's what's interesting. Let's find out what Deb is a rookie of. Hi, Deb. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
So I gotta ask, why are you a rookie? What are you a rookie of?
Because I played softball in my very early years, and I won the Rookie of the Year trophy when I was 12 years old, and it stuck.
Oh, that's awesome. So, Deb, sacrum and tailbone pain. Are you in a place where you could actually like mount your phone or put it up somewhere and do something with me? Could you do a minute?
I could try, yeah.
Yeah, because we should be able to get rid of that in a few minutes, actually.
Okay, so I'm just wondering, because that really started to kind of present itself lately. Like I have so many things that are going on in my life. It's really hard to describe. Like I have an autoimmune disease that was diagnosed about 10 years ago. I take methotrexate for that, which I wish to God that I didn't have to, but it was kind of a matter of life and death. I've had rotator cuff surgery, so my shoulder was actually turned in almost two inches for 2.5 years. So that affected my hip as well. So it's just been like the perfect storm of things that have happened over the years. But yeah, I've been trying to do the hip exercises, and I've been finding that the probably one of the last things that from the trauma I've experienced has been, I think I'm at the tailbone part, I think, where that just hasn't released yet. And I think it's holding back for some reason.
Sure.
And
have you done any of the other fascial maneuvers, like the totally twisted, the anti-gravity and stuff
yeah,
like that?
I've been trying to do all of those. Some of the times, it seems to be on the left-hand side, mastoid infection for 2 weeks years ago. So it's just like, it's all of these things that, and maybe it's just my mind is just not there yet to be able to do it. I don't know, but I've been trying.
Okay. Fair statement. Listen, you actually said it right. It's that your mind or your awareness isn't there yet to do it because you're coming out of something. It's like what happens is like for example, when my body's injured, like if I hurt my knee as an example, right? When I go down a set of stairs, even if it's a slight hurt, my hand automatically reaches out for the stair. But as soon as my knee's okay, my hand doesn't reach out, and it doesn't tell me it's automatic. Right. So basically, my awareness is based upon my body's ability. Okay. That makes sense. So if my body can't do it, it tells my brain I can't do it. It's not the brain driving the body. It's the body wanting to do something, the desire. Like before my brain can say, I'm going to do these actions, you have to have an emotion called a desire to do them. And then a fear that you're not going to do them, which is tied to your bladder, by the way. So fear and desire and confidence and fear. Confidence and fear of the bladder. So those are the ones that you're working through, confidence and fear. Would that sound relevant in your life?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay,
the two of them for sure.
So we know the emotion, and so if we try to fix it without the emotion, the body's going to say, and that's why there's this like kind of this mental barrier that I can't get over to do something, because my body's saying you haven't got the lesson yet. You have to learn this one first. Body's pretty intelligent. I mean, you think about it this way: your brain has 100 billion nerve endings to compute. Your fascia has an interstitium we now know as a brain, and it has 100 trillion nerve endings. So it's way smarter than this little pea brain here.
Right.
So here's what you can do. Are you in a position to actually go get some supplements locally or from us?
Yeah, actually I am. My one of the naturopaths that I see just lives just directly across the street from me.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to ask you to get something very specific: a
Okay.
diatomaceous earth and Irish sea moss. And
Okay.
and we can DM about this after if you want.
Oh, that would
But
be wonderful.
the diatomaceous earth is a base element of silica. So right now I can tell by what you're saying, and also listen by looking at your face, which I do is I read faces.
Okay.
I can say that you're actually holding water, but not processing water. That means that your body needs the element of silica. Okay. And once you get silica in your body, then your body will start absorbing vitamins and minerals. And then Irish sea moss is it lets all the water go to the places it needs to go, which are the hormones, particularly.
That makes perfect sense. Like even during the night, I drink almost like a liter of water. Like wake up to drink water. Like it's just insane.
Yeah, your body's trying to use the water and it can't use it. And the way it works is we have to have the element of silica before we absorb minerals.
Oh, okay.
And then we have to have the minerals to absorb water, and we have to have the minerals in the water to use our hormones. And then the hormones that you're looking for, the ones that you're really looking for that confidence and connection and understanding, like serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, they're not going to fire until you get that base level.
Okay.
So that's what's stopping you. Okay. And if you're able to do it, on our website, we have a foundation bundle of supplements.
Okay.
We have the world's strongest anti-inflammatory. These will cover up your symptoms and let your body have time to heal. So they're not a masker. What they do is they give your body space, if you can, and if not, there's local stuff. We'll show you how to get it.
Okay.
That will work immediately. The Power Kirk will most likely take away your tailbone, your bladder issue, but the work, I will send you a set of routines called the lower reset. And what it does is it's going to open up in this particular area right here and right here, open up the bladder, because when you open up this is your small intestine here, and the bladder is right under there. When these aren't functioning, it pulls the body forward, and the tailbone, then the body's trying to pull back, and you feel tension around the tailbone.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Yeah, it's that fear you're kicking out of your body. When's your birthday, out of curiosity?
Pardon me?
When's your birthday, out of curiosity?
Oh, April 28th.
Oh, yeah, you're a Taurus.
Yes,
You're a Grandmaster Taurus. Okay, so you can make shit. Yeah, you make stuff happen. You're the manifester. Yeah. So
well, I hope I can make this happen.
Yeah, you can make it happen. So listen, send us a DM, say you're talking to Garry. They'll send a message to me directly. And then what I'll do is I'll recall the things that we had said. But basically, again, if you can get the foundation bundle of supplements, that'll give you space and time. And then the maneuvers, I'll give you some, it's called a lower reset. Okay.
Okay.
Really nice meeting you.
Okay. Thank you. I'm from Nova Scotia, by the way. Nova Scotia, Canada.
Large tundra is by. You'll buy Newfoundland by.
Well, close.
I know you're buying Newfoundland. Isa builds a boat. Isa sails her. Isa catches fish and brings them home to Liza. I know that's Newfie, but.
There you go. Garry, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I watch you all the time.
Appreciate you watching. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That was interesting. So you might have to close out.
Here.
Yeah, you might have to close out and then come back. It's easy. Okay. New diagnosis. Okay, that was interesting. That was super cool. Yeah, you guys, if we don't deal with the emotion of a situation, then the situation is going to repeat itself. And we can fix the body. This is why I wanted to leave clinical practice, is because in the period of 10 years, I saw people come, we fix something. 2 years later, we come and fix something else. 2 years later, they come fixing something else. Well, I'm a puzzle solver, and I'm like, these are connected. And when I understood that they're connected, I no longer want to fix, because I realized that each time I fix somebody, they came back and the problem was bigger. So if I don't help you find out and understand why the issue is there, and I take away the pain, then that issue is going to come back, but it'll come back bigger, and that's what my experience is. Upper back release. Oh yeah. Here's a really simple one. You want an upper back release? Simple. Let's do it together. Take your hands, everybody here. Put them over here like this and grab the skin right on the back of the spine here. Can you guys see? Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go chin to chest here. and I can feel that tension up around the top of the spine. And then, like right here, feel the tension there. And then from here, I'm going to go side to side. Slowly hold it, slowly to the side and hold it. I'm going to roll down, touch my knees, side to side. And I'm going to squat all the way. And when I squat, I'm going to look up and get a bit more here. Go side to side. Come back up. Right around here, feel that tension spot, move around. Woo! I needed that. My goodness, thank you for asking that. That's the best upper back release I can imagine. That works on the heart meridian, works on the small intestine, works on gallbladder. So heart, opening up your heart, getting rid of resentment. That's a good one. Good movement for breastfeeding mamas. Okay, lots of area in here, lots of stretching in here you can do. So one of the ways is to take your hand right here. This is spleen. Take the breast tissue, pull it apart like this, and then move and breathe. This will help you fill up your mammary glands faster. So stretching that up there, that's one of them. Another one, really good one for breastfeeding mamas, is to take your hands either here, turn them this way, and move. Another one is to actually encapsulate and you guys do this too, this is awesome. Turn like this, and then squat and do this. And you're gonna feel all of the energy from these big fascial lines come up through here and they start to move. That's a really great one for breastfeeding mamas. Okay, let's get out of this on here. Where can I go? We're gonna turn on the fountain later on. Here, there's a fountain back there. So breastfeeding mamas, you can use that one. We'd love to see the tailbone fascial support. Guys, if you have a tailbone issue, first of all, get this released. The psoas release right here. You can see on our YouTube, this one. You can do the same thing on the bladder. Pull up on the bladder, move up like this, stretch down like this. Same thing. Again, I'm stretching and long holding, and pull up. That will do more for your tailbone than any tailbone exercise. How much DE should we take? Diatomaceous earth, up to 5 teaspoons a day. Start off with 1, and go slow. If you get a little bit of a headache and a gut ache, stomach ache, or like a kind of an ache right here, or right here, after taking it, it means that you hit your limit for that day, because what it's doing is it's affecting all the parasites in your system. And when those parasites get exfoliated, they don't like it and they start fighting back a little bit. When you talk about silica, we've tried different forms of silica. Silica from horsetail works, silicone dioxide works, silica liquid works, diatomaceous earth works the best out of everything. Horsetail afterwards, liquid silica, if that's all you got, take it. But I found that people that took liquid silica, when we gave them silica from horsetail or diatomaceous earth, they had a cathartic effect. So I would recommend that. And again, I don't think there's any science behind it, but you can DM us and we'll give you the 31 evidence-based facts of diatomaceous earth. I'm on 2 different types of thyroid medication. We're taking Irish moss. Okay, this is my personal opinion. I'm not telling you to do anything with your meds, okay? I'm gonna tell you what people that I have worked with and people that are successful with this, okay? So if you have a thyroid issue, it's because you have a stress dysregulation issue, and almost every single time a dehydration issue. So there's a lot of things about the Irish sea moss and the amount of iodine in there. It is when iodine or any element, you'll have Irish sea moss even got mercury. Now, if you take mercury, you don't want that. But if you take it in a balanced formula from nature, then it's good. This is how it's supposed to be. So they're demonizing it. That's what I feel, okay? So first things first is if you have a thyroid issue, you need to do the stress reset and the organ reset 1 to 2 times per day. Do it 2 times per day for 30 days, and you'll be able to titrate your medicine usually. Do it with the support of a doctor, a practitioner, or find out how to titrate. Just do not go cold turkey on anything. And if your doctor is not willing to let you do it, find another doctor. Because medications, no matter what the medication is, we're never supposed to be on it forever. Medications are to give us space and time for our body to do what it needs to do. We have a thyroid protocol on our YouTube. Do that every day as well. But I would generally just say the Irish sea moss yeah, along with the fascial foundation and the Power Kirk 30. It's the three of them. You take the inflammation out at the cellular level. You give your body the silica so that it can start to rebuild the connective tissue, fascial and organ tissues. And then the Irish sea moss is about where the water goes and the power regulation. Thank you so much. Yeah, the universe is already paying us back. Hey, listen, we went from 30,000 to 2.25 million on social media in a year. That's paying us back. We love doing this. This isn't a job. We don't go from this somewhere else. This is our lives. The team that's here, nobody's paid. We have everything taken care of for us, our basic needs. Everything that we own fits in a backpack right now, and we're getting ready to travel the world to help people. That's what we want to do. Stenosis in my neck. Oh yeah, just literally just do this. Just do the 45-minute reset and the stress reset. Rotate those. Stress reset minimum every day. 45-minute reset. Treat it like going to the gym. Go like 2 to 3 times a week with that one. The rest on the stress reset. Okay. New diagnosis. Compression near L4. Okay. New diagnosis, compression L4. Wow. Okay, pain and numbness in left leg. Immediately DM us, get the lower reset, get the upper reset. Since you're going to go see a PT, I'm betting that if you have a PT later on this week, that you could probably resolve the issue before you see the PT. If you can't resolve it by doing the fascial maneuvers in a week, the compression around there, that means that there's, in our opinion, my opinion, it's chronic dehydration. I would immediately, if you can afford it, and you can, you're in America or in an area you can, order the foundation bundle of supplements from our website. It will immediately give you space and time to move, and that's what it is. What supplements do is they give you space and time so that you can move. Movement is the cure. Movement and breathing. Oh, a cyst on your scalp. Okay, DM us and do the upper reset, but if you have a cyst there, it's going to be chronic dehydration again in our mind. You're going to need the diatomaceous earth, the Irish sea moss, and we have a routine, including a hair pull routine, which will allow everything to start moving around. I've seen some pretty big cysts, like the size of half a golf ball, go away in a short period of time. Ordered the bundle, but can't figure out how to get get maneuvers. Oh, just DM us, and we'll give them to you. You can get them on our YouTube, but tell us, Kathy McPherson, tell us what it is that you're looking for, what you're trying to overcome, and we'll give you specifics on how to use it. Also, everybody here, you can download our new supplement guide. The second, hey, Lisa, can they get the supplement guide right on the website? Okay, link in our bio. Oh, of course. I'm like, where is it on the website? There's a link in our bio for the supplement guide. It'll tell you how to use those. Works out really, really well. We had 222 there for a while. That's super cool. That's 6. It's a receive day. Extremely painful sacrum during pregnancy. Listen, I just posted something from Alice in Wonderland, and I posted today. And it's she's their second baby taking fascial maneuvers through. We also have Happy Body, Happy Baby on our YouTube channel. Go there, check that out. They can help. Allison will help you out. Just ask her some questions. She's got a good routine. It's her second time through it. How do you request to join? I only got a few more minutes left here, guys.
I want to stay on and say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay.
I've been watching the awesome questions.
Okay. Is there any other questions that popped out? I only got a couple more minutes here.
I didn't know what that was. Diastasis.
Oh,
you would know that.
Recti.
I can't even say it.
Diastasis recti is what you were dealing with.
Oh, that's what I was dealing with.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it.
Yeah. So it's like this isn't going back the way it should.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, the fascial maneuvers themselves deal with that. Discompression around L4, left leg symptoms. Yeah, I saw that already. My daughter has continual earwax buildup. Okay, yeah. For your daughter, loved by Liz Lou. For your daughter, just DM us and get the upper reset. But there's going to be dehydration because what happens is all that wax, basically all the fascial layers, they're going to try and both meet. So in the ears and in the nose, in the mouth, all the tissues, all the organs, all the meridians come there to meet the environment. And if there's If there's dehydration in those areas, what happens is that there's going to be a buildup, especially if there's compression through here. The wax isn't going to be able to move in or out. So it's going to be dehydration. So get diatomaceous earth, Irish sea moss. If you can, get our PowerKirk 30, the anti-inflammatory. Do the upper reset, and the upper reset should take care of that.
My question would be is, how old is your daughter?
Yeah, and
I would want to know that.
yeah, but even though it's the same thing. So yeah, follow that through. You can DM us. We'll give you more details.
Thyroid. Go to the website for
Sickle
thyroid.
cell pain. Get your body out of stress. Do it every day. I would go right to the 28-day reset. Wouldn't mess around. IBS. Yes, absolutely. The PowerKirk 30. The guy who invented, the scientist, had ulcerative colitis. They were going to remove his colon. That product was designed for that particular disease pathology. It's been it's patented. It's been peer reviewed. It's been scientifically validated, and that works. But the movements along, DM us for the lower reset, and we'll give you the lower reset that'll help. Right heels, plantar fasciitis, lower reset, and sprinter routine number 1. The lower reset, for those guys, if you want to just dig around, it's the stress reset, the organ reset. It's the hip release, it's the psoas release, and it's the belly button untorque, the self untorque, where you like this. Those ones there you can find yourself, or you can DM us. And the sprinter routines 1 and 2, so it's Barefoot Sprinter on our website. You can do that right now. That'll help your plantar fasciitis immediately. Usually it opens up the fascia into the ankle and foot. Come to Australia. We're on our way. We're coming there for sure this year. We're not sure. We're going to be probably doing, I think, 3 or 4 stops there. We're getting ready for this world tour. I was super excited about it. L5, S1 herniated disc. 15 years. 15 years you've been dealing with a 28-day reset. Listen, you're going to need to that's a long time. It's been that way. It's been sitting that way. Again, fascia holds the bones in place. That means the fascia has to move it. So it's going to take a bit, but the 28-day reset is your answer. Also, partnered fascial maneuvers series. Get somebody to help you out with that. That should give you some relief right away. And if you have a constant pain and you've had that long, it's probably not the disc anymore. It's probably the fascial meridians. Okay, I only got a few more. I'm carpal tunnel, guys. We have the wrist release right here. You take right here, grab, turn, and then push your hand through. Move your hand slowly. This is one of the best releases for carpal tunnel. Okay, we have that on our website under Masterclass. The other one is the finger release. That one, those two alone, but carpal tunnel, every time I've experienced it, comes with chronic dehydration of the fascial tissue. Shoulder impingement. Yes, fascial maneuvers. I would do the whole, for shoulder impingement, first thing I do, if you have a shoulder impingement here, it's pulled in too tight. That means, and here it's pulled in too tight. So I would do the 45-minute class once a day. I do that for 28 days. Usually that'll go away. But big belly syndrome. I had big belly syndrome. You guys see the videos from before? I'm going to show. I even fasted and I didn't lose weight, which was crazy. Sorry about that. So guys, I'm going to have to sign off here. Email. Yeah, you can email us. Go to the link in the bio. You can contact us. You can get everything. Hey, Kettle Buddha. Good to see you there. This guy, you are amazing. You're always working to help people, always looking to get more information. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for reaching out. Oh, high blood pressure related to pressure in the 3 areas. Yeah, actually it can be, because you can have high blood pressure in a zone of the body and not another zone. So quite often, if you get too much compression in here and too much compression in the legs, you get a lot of blood pressure in here. So yeah, it's 3-zone pressure sensitive. Again, chronic dehydration. Think about it. Your blood veins, your tendons, your nerves, your glands, everything goes through the fascia. If the fascia is contracted from dehydration or from stress or anxiety or fear, it's like squeezing a hose. So squeeze the hose, the blood pressure goes up. It's super simple, guys. Blood pressure is one of the simplest things to resolve. Hydrate the body, fascial maneuvers. People have reported constantly that blood pressure goes away. It's like one of the first things that people report. We're coming to New York for sure. New York City. Okay, guys, I've got a meeting to go into. It's been great talking to you today. We'll talk